Hi there, I'm here to share with you what we talked about today on the Integration Hour. We had a great hour of deep conversation and covered a lot of topics. But I want to share with you kind of where we ended up at the end. We were talking about how to manifest what it is that you are desiring in your life. So how to really bring into our lives what it is that's missing, what we're desiring. And there's a step-by-step process to follow that to do this. The first step is identifying what it is that you want and being really specific as to what that is, fitting it into what category it is, what category it fits into, discovering what's in that space right now, so that you can make space, and then you create the space, and then you take action to make it happen. So what that looks like is, so identifying what it is that you want. A lot of times we just say, you know, well, I'm unhappy. I just want to be happier. So identifying the things that would actually make you happy and the things that are making you unhappy. So what is it that you really want to bring in? I mean, that could be, you know, maybe I don't have enough money. I need more money, or I don't like my job, or I spend too much time at work, or I don't like my social connections. I don't feel connected to the people that I spend time with, or I don't get enough time with my family. When you can identify what it is and what category it fits into. So let's say it's a social category. Maybe you're spending time with people that you don't no longer feel connected to in a deep way. You don't really. It's not fulfilling. The social interactions that you're having with people are not fulfilling. So having a look at, okay, so that's where you're wanting to bring in some more happiness and find some joy is with your social connections. And right now, what's taking up that space is people that are not fulfilling that for you. So what's next is creating some space. So what that looks like in a social situation is maybe, let's say you go out every Saturday night, and you wind up staying late, and then, you know, you're tired. There's all kinds, maybe you drink too much, or you drink at all, or, you know, there may be things that you're doing that you're engaging with that you don't like. So what making space looks like is maybe one Saturday a month, you don't go out with those friends, and you just interrupt that pattern so that there is some space created in there. So now there's some room for something new to come in. You're not taking up that space. As long as you're going out every Saturday night and doing the same thing and being with the same people, there's no opportunity for new things to happen. So interrupting that pattern is how you create space. And then you have that space to work within. So let's say one Saturday night a month, you're not going out with your friends, you're going to do something different. So that might start with just staying at home and trying to figure out, you know, what is it that you want? Okay, well, you know that you don't want to go out with these friends. You're going to stay at home and kind of feel into what it is that you really want. And then you're going to take some action. That is action, but you're going to take action when you discover what it is that you want. Maybe you try something new. Maybe you go out to a movie by yourself. Maybe you go out to the theater. Maybe you go out for a walk. Maybe you go out for dinner. Maybe you do something completely different from what you have been doing. And that opens up the space for new experiences. And in those new experiences, you've set an intention for connecting at a deeper level in a social way, in a social setting. And so then by doing that one Saturday a month, then before you know it, you're creating that change in your social world to bring you more happiness and more joy. You're one Saturday a month, you're experiencing social outings in a whole different way. You're trying out some new things. You're meeting some new people. You're collecting data so that you know what you want to repeat and what you want to build on. And then over time, before you know it, you've created a whole new social world and connection that's a deep connection that you didn't have before. So there you have the step-by-step process for manifesting whatever it is that you desire. We have really fun conversations in the Integration Hour. If you are wanting to join in, just follow the link below. I have them once a month. They're free. Anybody can join in and you can ask whatever you want, and we just let the conversation carry us. I would love to see you there.